Hello. Hi.
You more?
Yeah. You guys.
And those things that I said about Moira were, you know, part of an interview that Alec conducted where he was asking me about her and stuff. And it was really a coincidence that in Japan I start talking about her. You know, I said to my makeup artist, you know, you remind me of somebody. And then it was a coincidence that I would happen to run into her because I had no idea where she lived.
Sharon, you know, I beat up on girls like you when I was little. I think. It's true. You know who she reminds me of, Chris?
Who?
Sharon reminds me of the McFarlands. Maureen McFarland.
There were certain things definitely that I would manipulate, like when Moira McFarland finally showed up at the hotel.
I didn't know she was going to be there.
Know.
He just said, oh, by the way, on your way out to the elevator, on your way to the sound check, Moira's going to be sitting there. And I haven't seen this woman in about 15 years.
She was like, are you kidding? I said, no. And that's when she, like, starts walking out. She goes, where's my idol for 10 years ago?
Where's my idol? Where's my idol from 10 years ago?
I don't know if I'm nervous. I just want to see Madonna.
You didn't recognize me?
No, I didn't know you were coming out. I don't have my glasses on. I can't see.
So, how are you? When you see the show, you'll forgive me for not talking to you.
Oh.
It's really difficult. So
I know. Well, listen, I got 5 boys, or I have 4. I got to ask you something. Can we sit down?
I can't sit down. I'm really sorry. Why?
I hate to do this in front of. About 4 years ago, I wrote you a letter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you never received any of my letters, and I asked you if you would be Mario's godmother.
Yes,
Okay.
I remember that.
Did you read the letter?
I got it a long time after the fact.
Well, very unexpectedly.
Uh-huh.
Real unexpectedly.
Yeah.
I'm pregnant again.
Oh, really? Oh my God. Please.
Okay.
have been busy.
Okay. I want you to be the baby's godmother.
Really?
I really do.
You're coming to the show tonight, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Melissa has all your phone numbers. I know this is too rush to the situation. I'm really flattered that you're asking me, but I have to think about it.
Okay.
Okay. But that's really sweet of you.
It has nothing to do with religion or anything.
I know.
It has to do with spirituality.
Do I get to decide on the name?
Okay. As long as it's the same as yours. Okay. Except that's why you've got to bless this child. Please bless this child and say she needs a girl.
It anyways.
She needs a girl.
All right. Have a girl. Have a girl, Moira.
Have a girl, Madonna.
I gotta go. Come out a girl, and we're gonna call you Madonna. All right. Give me a kiss and a hug.
I love you.
I hope you like the show.
I have something for you.
Is that the painting?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it in my room. Clay, come on. I love this painting, by the way. Thank you. Thanks.
I love you.
And put it in my room. I love you too. Mwah.
And you call me after the tour.
I will.
Okay?
All right.
You promise?
I promise. Bye.
I love you, Madonna.
I love you too.
Little shit.
There's a girl, I guess a high school friend of yours, Moira, turns up in this movie, and she's had a tough time, obviously. She wants you to be the godmother of her baby. And then you reveal, out of nowhere, that this is a woman who taught you how to make out and use tampons and introduced you to digital manipulation, I suppose we could say. That's. I don't think it was cruel, but it's so frank. I mean, she would probably be devastated, I would imagine.
I don't think she'd be devastated. In fact, she knew I was saying those things because she responds to my questions in another interview that she's, like, in other words, Alec, the director, went back to her and said, Madonna says you did this, 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 and she would look in the camera and frankly answer the question. I think if she didn't want to deal with it, she wouldn't have did it on camera. You know, she wouldn't have dealt with it.
Madonna, I did not teach you how to insert a tampon. And if we got in bed together naked, I don't remember that.
She said she was never in bed naked with me. She's such a liar.
She's got an active imagination, though.
She's a damn liar. Did she say she finger fucked me?
No.
I remember looking at her bush. I know.
See what happens when you take drugs and alcohol? I mean, I lose a lot of stuff.
I remember the crack in her parents' bed because it was 2 beds pushed together. And I remember I fell through the crack. You know, because we were jumping up and down in the bed too much. Naked.
And how do you think she comes off in this? She seems...
I think she comes off as a fragile human being, but I do think that she's comes off as a person that loves me, that cares for me. I mean, and ultimately, I feel that I come off the same way. But the thing about Moira was that I really didn't I hadn't seen her in so many years. And the meeting that we have in the hallway is a surprise. The director set the whole thing up and had her there waiting while I'm rushing out to go to a sound check. My head is spinning. I'm thinking about a million things. The next day is the Dick Tracy premiere, whatever, and I'm thinking, oh my God, now I have to deal with this. I mean, it's like an explosion from my past, you know.
There was a time about 10 years ago that I was in Colorado and I was going to make my way to New York to see her because I knew she was in New York, and I never made it. And I was a dancer on the road, but I was a different kind of a dancer. I was a topless dancer, and I was real heavy into the drugs.
It's a movie about my life on the road during my tour. Yeah, all the things that happened.